I think we go with the Seraph. Man, this is getting brutal. I almost feel bad. Almost. Oh, and we can cast it. That's cool. I can cast it for 6, right? That's the big version. Perfect. And I draw... Man, this is insane. Like, look at this stuff. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we have Deadly Ramp with Valgavoth. And one thing I've learned after playing with this deck, we actually always win if Valgavoth is in the board. That's the rule, and we kinda crushed it in Mythic. Like, I will show you the stats, and we rank like crazy with this one. So it's epic, it's fun, and with Valgavoth it's absolutely deadly. Also, the new Overlord has insane synergy with the deck, because first we ramp with it, so it's like a 3-mana ramp spell. However, it also doubles as a creature, so it performs 2 roles in this deck. So you can hit it with Smuggler Surprise, you can get cards with Trailblazer and Tyrant, so extremely good addition to the deck that kind of does 2 for 1. So guys, I know you want to see the deck in action, so have fun and enjoy the Valgavoth epicness. Alright guys, our opponent is going first. We have serious ramp, we don't have ramp targets, but we have removal, so you know, I think we're kinda hopeful. Alright, so I know I don't need more lands, at least for now. Oh, this is so true. Okay, I cannot say no to the Overlord, alright? Look at this beautiful face, just loving to be played. Oh my god, this is creepy. Alright, Bat of Absolute Doom. So, it's between the Glimpse the Core or Virtue, and they decided to go Virtue, which I actually don't mind too much. So, usually you want to go Swamp, because this always searches for forest, so you have symmetrical mana. And now, will they go for another Bat for Invasion? They don't know about the Overlord, that's for sure. What is the combat phase trick? Alright, I got scared for a moment. And this is actually more creepy than my whole horror thing. Oh, that's how you want to play, huh? That's scary. And that's actually kind of scary. So, do we want to kill it? I think this is too much. And this deals what? When it attacks, right? Deals combat damage. So we will be at 16, so 8. Yeah, it deals 10 damage, man. Math. So, is that Zendikar? Can we take so much damage on one turn? It's probably a bad idea. Alright, so we'll just get the Tapland out. We don't play blue, so we can go with this one. Well, that's... Oh, I guess I could just go for the Throat Bat and take the Virtue. This is combat damage. Okay, just making sure, just making sure. There's no point in playing anything before it ends. Maybe they have some weird interaction, I don't know. Alright, let's kill it. I guess we could clear the board. But maybe we can clear the board with like Disfigure, and then Virtue gets basically like a free card. That's it. They have something. Alright, another big creature, and now we have stuff. I mean, this is pretty good, right? They need to remove it, which will waste their time. Yeah, we have Smuggler's Surprise, that should be good enough. So let's just play it, hard cast it, and like the toughness on this one is pretty huge, and it also ramps. They know about the surprise, they don't know what is being surprised. Yep, we cannot block here, but the point is that if we attack we get another land and we actually start to raise them. And this has 2 turns before it's active. Really, bro? Really? Everyone? Really? Alright. Alright, oh, and the Tapland, sure, why not, why not? So we will go with a Tyrant and try to get a good block. Is that the card? I mean, it redraws itself, so it's good. Because we'll have the Tyrant here. So they will attack with Loran, and we need to be prepared for Slasher, so that will be a bit of a problem, especially with the fortresses. But we should be able to out-heal it. The problem is that it kinda cuts the heal in half. Because the more life you have, the more you lose. So it's like basically gain 1 life in a way. Alright, and it won't be easy for them to get around this. I would love to have this 1 extra mana for Hexproof Indestructible, but it's okay, it should be fine. We should get good value from this anyway. And now we can kill Loran. preventing some of the damage. We actually are pretty high on the life total. And the slasher will be a problem, but they're running short on cards. If they kill it, we get even more cards. And that's what we need, because we're already at 7 mana. Geeks command. I mean, well, can you imagine a more perfect card in this scenario? However, we are still getting the value, and that's most important. Alright, can we? One more turn. One more turn. Okay, I think this is what we do. We are getting so many cards, it's crazy. Alright, so let's go for this. We draw cards. Now we can play Zendikar. And that means we are getting more cards and more blockers. Now we attack this. We'll try to fight through them. We have blockers for the slasher, so it shouldn't hit us, I think. And here we are, and those are our new cards. And the next turn we go Valgavoth. I could play it, but it's not good. It's not worth it. We just want those blockers. We're at 22, by the way, so slasher is kind of the only thing that can go through us. And man, our opponent just has every answer every moment. The fact that we can kill slasher here is huge. It's still, man, they just keep coming back, you know? Alright, so I think now the game should be ours. So we can go Valgavoth. And yeah, and I mean, that's it. That's it. They cannot beat this, I believe. We can even remove something, which is super cool. They can attack with the Flesh Gorger, so I will wait one turn. Because on the next one we are going absolutely great. Man, they actually were kinda, I think, ahead until Valgavoth entered the battlefield. And I think he wished he had this Geeks command, you know? Now it should be over. I don't think they can beat this card. It's just too strong. And the fun part, we actually hardcast it. Yep, and now we can go with double block, so they cannot even attack with the oh, okay, they can attack with this, I guess. But that's it. We don't have blockers. That's only 5 damage, so it's basically nothing. And our opponent has a plan, huh? Let's see the plan. We will take this path, we will take our card, and we will start taking over the game. Yep. Easy. Free stuff. Always a see, Valgavoth just takes over the game. Are you serious? They actually had the answer. Alright, alright. So, now we can start absolutely killing them, right? How many cards? 36. So we can just play Tyrant while we have all this stuff. And yeah, they are not winning this game anymore. There's no way, man. I think we go with the Seraph. Man, this is getting brutal. I almost feel bad. Almost. Oh, and we can cast it. That's cool. I can cast it for 6, right? That's the big version. Perfect. And I draw... Man, this is insane. Like, look at this stuff. And now we have Smuggler's Surprise, so the game is just absolutely over. What about... They don't have blockers. What about... Double lifelink? I should probably give Vigilance to this, but where's the fun in this? Just attacking for a casual 15 with lifelink. Easy. He thought that he's at 42. Well, we will be. We will be in a second. Man, Valgavoth took over the whole game in like 2 turns. They have no chance against us right now. Man, like even with Slasher, they won't be able to burst through our life gain. And the fact that you can kill something and instantly recast it as your creature. Like, look at this, half of our board is his cards. Oh my god, this card is absolutely insane. Alright guys, oh my god, look at this draw with the Overlord. Oh man, I'm so happy. We need to start as soon as possible. I will probably try to get some value from the Trailblazer. Oh, that's how we are doing it. Let's go for a swamp into Glimpse the Core. We don't have too much value, that's something we need to be careful. And if that's the mirror, we actually can have some trouble. Because they will be ready with removal and counter spells and, you know, all of this stuff. All of this stuff. I will actually plot, because 2 mana is enough to answer the first creature, so it's either a counter spell or removal. So I think we have to go like this. This way we don't really waste a turn. Oh, that's what you are. Bye. That's an easy counter from us. Man, I can actually go to 5 mana on the Overlord. You instantly... Man, the next turn, if they tap, if they go all in, we can go Trailblazer into Overlord, we draw a card and we get so much value. Alright. Are we feeling it? I'm kinda feeling it. I'm not, man, it could be a full whiff. I think they will have one interaction, but I'm not sure if the interaction will be a removal or a counter spell. Sure. That's actually good for us. That's good for us. So I could get a land if I want, or I can just kill it. I mean, either we go Impending Cerebro, I need to think. So we can double play them, but then we don't have too many plays for a while. Or we can just assume we don't get this card. This is interesting play by them. Like, we won't get this mana, but now this doesn't draw cards when we play stuff. I think it's worth it. I'm not super sure. And guys, we're trying like this. Let's sit. I'm not getting the full value, but if I draw something on the next turn for 7 mana, we can already play it. They have to kill the Trailblazer, we have the Cottage, so I'm kinda hopeful for some good draws. I didn't go for full value, but the Tidebinder definitely, you know, broke the value chain for us, and I wanted to keep tempo. So we will see if it works. Of course, the worst draw from the top is land. It will be a disaster because we can only activate the Cottage. But I mean, it's still better than nothing, you know? Preacher. Oh, I wish he tapped. Did you feel this pain? Because I did. I absolutely did. Alright then. Alright then. That broke my heart just a little bit. No biggie. Let's go. We need to pressure them because while we are a little bit behind, they won't block, and that's smart. I really needed something. I hoped for like Smuggler's surprise. Worst case, it was like, man, if they block, I'm so happy with this. We kinda got a free turn. Alright, I'm taking it. Especially that we have a land in the hand. Alright, we need to survive until Overlord can, you know, save us and hopefully draw some Tyrants. They need to answer a lot. They don't have too many cards. I know we have one, but our cards are extremely powerful. Their cards are kinda, you know, low value, like 1 for 1, maybe 1 for 2. Ours is like 3 for 1, and that's a start. Alright, Shuffler, please assist me, because I really need you. I don't have too many plays here. Yep, that hurts. Was that really such a big, like, it kinda feels like obvious play when you see it. Alright, let's see it. So I guess they will pass the turn and go with Mirex. Do I need this treasure, or whatever you are? I guess we have Fountainport, so let's wait. Are you serious? Shuffler, come on, bro. Not like this. Not like this. Oh boy. Alright, we will get Overlord, but definitely drawing 2 lands from the top is probably not the best gameplay ever from our side. So we don't have the Overlord anymore. Alright, I think it breaks the whole timing, you know, but when we kill this, it's coming back, so we probably get something. The problem is that we drew 0 value since 2 full turns. So that means basically 2 wasted turns. Make it 3. Well, Shuffler definitely tells us who will win this game. Does it really work still? I thought it doesn't. Yep. I mean, at this rate they are literally killing us with a single land, because if we draw only lands, a 1/1 creature will kill us in 20 turns. So, yep. Honestly, we're just waiting for the almighty, merciful, amazing, perfect Shuffler that I would never say a bad word about, to give us a win. Like, you know, we have so many cards that instantly win the game if we draw them. So we need to draw one of them. I honestly thought that this will be fully disabled. Oh, it has to be artifact, creature, or a planeswalker. I actually forgot that this has, you know, some conditions. So they can be so ahead with this time they got from, you know, the merciful, almighty, perfect Shuffler that I would never say a bad word about. So yeah, this This is rough. Let's see 4 of the best cards of the deck. Only the one on the top was the best. Alright, so now our next draw was exactly the card that wins us the game. I mean, this is something, right? I mean, this is a start. That's the cool part. This normally would be a ramp spell. That would be absolute disaster. But here, we actually got this. And I just want Smuggler's Surprise, so I get all the 3 modes and I win the game on the spot. That's my plan. Our opponent has only 2 cards and we have 2 Overlords. So, I mean, guys, let's go. This one is disabled? No. None of them is disabled, so that's interesting. Because now it is a creature, but it wasn't when this attacked. Alright, this one has Death Touch, so they can keep doing it forever, basically. Only this? Sure. Yep. Man, our opponent is drawing better from our deck than I am. Alright, this is kinda great. They can maybe kill the other one, I don't know. So yeah, the problem is that they have triple reef, so they can keep doing it for the next 3 turns and we'll have to keep blocking every time. This is already like 7 damage. I think we go for this. Because we're close to being dead, basically. Alright, Shuffler, please. Alright, Shuffler. So do we attack? I think we go. We actually want the value. They cannot block, and we'll be at 15. I think with this draw, there is a high chance we actually win. So they have this counter spell, the new counter spell, but we have 3 extra mana, so it shouldn't matter. Alright, good tap. This can provide any color. So I think the merciful, almighty, perfect Shuffler that I would never say a bad word about decided that we can win this game. So please, just give me... No. It's 2 mana. No hard counter spells, please. Please. Alright. So let's sit. Alright, not the best card in the world, that's for sure. But if the Tyrant dies, we get more cards, so that's kinda something. Oh boy, like, look at this. Look at this onslaught of value. All in the bottom of my library. Alright, but we're kinda doing it. Okay, I don't die, that's fine. This doesn't change anything. The problem are those reefs, man, they have already 4 of them. In 16... Shuffler went full crazy mode on this game. Alright, 2 cards. Even though we have less, we actually have a lot of value. So if they keep attacking with Reef, this actually helps us get more value. So all we need is a creature that triggers it. Or, you know, one of the 2 Valgavoths that were milled by our opponent, and this one was on top of the library on the turn when I wanted to draw it. So Reef, I'm looking at you. It's your fault. Alright, so our opponent has 2 cards. Quite a lot of possibilities. It could be Mirex, Reef, or one of the 2 cards, probably killing Tyrant. If they kill Overlord, it doesn't change anything, which is pretty nice. Because it cannot block anyway. So the only safe attack is this. Alright. So they probably want to avoid Tyrant for a while, but this gives us a time to start drawing Valgavoths. Oh man, do you think they have a counter spell? 7, 9. I actually can, man, with this I can actually pay enough. Please, Gods of Magic, don't give him 3 steps ahead. No, please. We need a good icon. Alright, let's go with this one. Because man, I'm so scared. If they counter it, I think we might lose this. Don't make me wait, bro. You know if you have it or not. Like, if you want to counter something, what is the other card? So they actually have 3 permanents. Oh man, those are our cards that we waited for. So they cannot kill us. We go with this one. They can block and they can kill our stuff, but they need to trade. Like, it's 1 for 1 and we get better, you know, value because we get the second part of it. And with Overlord we have all this extra. I think they have counter spell that is mana based. So yep, that would explain thinking, right? Because they can force us to pay 2. and then they surveil too. And I think that's why they were considering it. That would make sense. And thanks to Overlord, we actually have all of this extra mana. Otherwise, probably they would counter Valgavoth. Alright. Don't forget, if something dies, how do you work? Is that no land? No, it's if a card. Man, this is such a premium effect. I think it even lands work with this, right? Yep. One less, and they still need mana for everything. Like, they need to activate Reef, they need to activate Mirex, and we're actually nearly killing them. Thank you for the Reef. Because everywhere creates every mana, so we actually stole this creature. Man, Valgavoth just enter. Man, honestly, I think every game was decided by Valgavoth with this deck. Like, they always cannot deal with this. Tyrant, sure, like, it's hard, but they can deal with it usually. But Valgavoth just takes over the game every single time. And we have this as well. So I actually think they have nothing to do. Well, let's see. They have 3 cards. I have no idea what those cards are. One could be this counter spell that is mana based, but 2 of the other cards, they also didn't play the land. So maybe they have some instant like Tidebinder. And it's ours now. And now we have Hexproof! That is free? Oh, I should probably activate the Reef. Sorry, I'm too excited about my Elder Demon Horror whatever that is winning the game right now. So now they need to start blocking, and somehow they need to, you know, get over this 9 damage. Sure. So that's the plan. I think they will chomp block the Valgavoth, but we can play the Sphinx then. And we are at 2. Yeah, like they have all of this, and it doesn't matter because Valgavoth just takes over every single game. Nobody has the answer to this card. Alright guys, our opponent is going first because he's a little bit better at magic than we are. However, we have Smuggler's Surprise and a lot of ramp. So let's start with a Swamp. Is that an actual control deck? Oh my god, what happened there? What happened there? Alright, let's start ramping. By their hesitation, we should know if they have a counter spell. I actually don't mind it. I'm not sure, like, so I get why they did this, but probably it's not the best play for them. Because we actually have more. So they want those counter spells for our rewards, not for our ramp. See, they gave up on this plan. They should counter Zendikar though, because that's basically 2 cards in 1. So I assume they might have 3 steps ahead if they are playing so loosely. So now they countered the small ramp, and now they don't have enough for the big ramp. I think we have enough for us, so let's go for double swamp here. And then from the next turn onwards we can start going with Smuggler's Surprise. However, we need to draw something. We don't have something right now. We can play Virtue of Persistence, Farsight Ritual, but it's just the, you know, the main version without the bear game. But it's still good for them. This really refilled their hand. Yep. Alright, we definitely don't have cards here, and this one is not great as well. We can cast it, right? So let's go for this one. This will probably get countered with 3 steps ahead, I would guess. And they have 5 mana, they probably have it from before, see? So that's why they played No More Lies, because they knew they have another counter spell. So that's kinda expected. Soul Partition, it's not bad, but they won't counter spells at this point. So we need to start drawing something, that's for sure. So we have 8 mana, that should be enough. Alright, so we'll try to catch them at the end step, because they don't know we have this ramp. Yep, and they will activate, and we can go for both modes. Which is kinda big deal, because we are drawing cards, and we are also, yep, putting them into the board. Oh, and the land, that's pretty good. Alright, that is a way better start. And so we'll draw some cards, which is nice. And we have another Smuggler Surprise. So this will be a Sunfall. So now they will Sunfall us, and we need to do it again. So we will need to, you know, get them out of the resources. If they don't have Sunfall, they are in some serious trouble. Because Tyrant is such a problem, and they discarded Soul Partition already. That was the perfect answer. Not super perfect, because we can replay it, but then they can counter it very cheaply with like No More Lies. So by hesitation, I assume they don't have a Sunfall. And I mean, now they are in trouble, especially that you can flip this. pretty easily and draw even more cards, especially with the Trailblazer. That kinda costs only 2 mana, because we get 1 mana back. Alright, yep, they don't have it. That is a problem for them, especially that now we have Smuggler's Surprise to protect it. I think we go Fountainport. Man, we have so much mana right now. We could go with the Trailblazer. We have 7 mana there, then. This is interesting. 7 mana. We could go Trailblazer and use this mana to pump. I think they don't have the answer for the Tyrant. So this might die, but probably not the Tyrant. We want to draw as many cards as possible before they get the Sunfall and stuff. Let's go for maybe green. Now we use the map tokens on Tyrant. It won't increase the damage now, but it might increase the damage in the future. Alright, we're trying to draw as many cards as possible. And now we have what? 6, 7, so we can protect and... well, I guess only protect. Let's go. We can always use the Fountainport. So we are not super aggressive because I want to refill for second wave basically, because I have the Smuggler's Surprise. Alright, that's okay, that's okay. We could protect it, but I don't think we want to. We are drawing so many cards. We actually got the new creature, just in different form. And that's why I was attacking, to get card advantage. So now they kinda need to kill the Trailblazer, and I don't think they can. They probably are running low on answers. Alright, see? It would be better if we didn't draw like 5 lands in a row. That's... bro, that's a little bit on the rough side. Like, I expected, you know, creatures in those 5 cards. Or spells, or something. Alright, still, we have the Tyrant, we can protect it. And we can even draw a card at the end step, which is super cool. Yeah, we want to get into, like, Valgavoth or something big, so we can finish the game very quick. Man, we have 4 of those, and we couldn't draw a single one in half the deck. But that's fine. Shuffler is fine. So 6 up to 10 mana. So we need 6, 8, 9. So we can use 1 mana, right? That means we can play this easily. That gives us a better draw. I'll take it. This is a good one. So now we can start attacking. I think we will actually win, because their only way out of this is Sunfall. If they don't have it, they have no chance, and before they will draw it, we probably will prepare the second wave. So they kinda will have to draw 2 of them in a row. Alright. Well, we will kill this for sure. I don't even count the mana. All I know is that this dies. It limits their mana, and they can go for the next one, but that means they will, you know, waste a lot of this. Soul Partition. I guess this is the moment, right? Man, we know that the top card is something else. I mean, this is a token, so we could draw a card. Oh no, because we will lose it. I think we should protect it. I think we should. This is a weird play, I know. But I will do it. I think it's worth it. Because I already get the new cards with this. So I basically drew a card with this, and I know that my next card is the same play. So I basically redraw into the same card. So I'm not losing anyway. I'm not losing anything in a way. Alright, and we increase the board, so Sunfall is even more needed right now. We draw more cards so we can protect our creatures. Man, we are actually literally outvaluing a control deck. And Disfigure, sure. Why not, I guess. And we don't need the wastes. Alright, I think we are in commanding position. The fact that we have another protection spell, they need to top deck a Sunfall. I don't think they have it, they would already use it. That's a good one, but it's fine. We could make a fish. But then we cannot draw cards, so it's not worth it. Let's get this, in case they force us to use this, the surprise. Let's take the land, it makes... oh my god, like 4 of them, really Shuffler. Let us play with the new card. Man, I'm halfway, like I'm more than halfway through the deck. Not a single one. So they want to burn our mana and probably pass the turn, right? I mean, there's no point in doing this. We can use it later. Alright, we're starting to get stuff. If I play this, I draw a lot of cards, so let's start with this. This way, we provide even more pressure, and now we draw cards before they react to all those cards. This kind of forces them to do something now, but I guess they just gave up and they will try to go for the combat phase. It's already 14 damage, so this is lethal. They'll probably start activating Anchorages. If we draw removal, we just kill it. Alright. I mean, that's kinda it, right? We should be able to finish the game with this play. Alright. Alright. So I think they will try to defend as much as possible and then try to draw into Sunfall. That's their play. So they will be able to block something. Alright, this is Disfigure time. I should have enough mana. Yep, 6. I guess I cannot protect anything then. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Now we keep the creatures, and yep, we deal more damage on the future turn. And don't forget, every time they are losing lands, so it's not as great for them. Let's see the play. They have something. Is that Soul Partition? Or just nothing? Alright, down to 4. Against Fountainport, that can be enough already. So this has to be Sunfall, and even then I'm pretty sure they will lose. Because we can just, you know, get another... Like, they don't have enough mana anymore. Yep, they're trying to draw into it. So now they need land, Sunfall, and even when they do it, we just surprise and get Valgavoth. That is really late to the party, you know? They actually drew it! That's the perfect one! Oh man, this is crazy. Alright, so after all, it was all about Valgavoth anyway. Yep, we have exactly the mana. See, that was so important to not use any more mana. And here's the real lethal. Ha! Got you! Terror Eater, always unbeatable. Man, we actually went through the full control deck and we beat their whole value. Alright guys, so let's see this one. I mean, we have 3 lands, we have some removal, so we should have time to draw more. However, we don't really have any kind of ramp, so we will see, we'll see. We have good, you know, the reward, the Tyrant, and we can even go turn 6 with Smuggler Surprise, so depending on the draw, it could be really good or really bad. I'm not sure which one. Alright, so that's it. Oh, it's you. It's you. We have new icons. I think we go like this. Let's go with the Sorcerer Speed. I'm pretty sure that this figure will work, and it's more mana efficient to go like this, even though we don't have double black. Alright, let's see it. So the second creature is Scamp. It's still Scamp. And the first creature, it's Scamp. It's still Scamp. As you can see, a lot of things going on here. However, now we will try to Disfigure and catch them off guard, because right now we are at 22, so they need to start pumping. Otherwise that won't work at all. Well, well, well. Do we go with Disfigure? I don't think they can get toughness above the tree short. However, I don't want to risk, because there's Felonious Rage or... No. So the +2/+2 gives needs the creature to be attacking, so there actually is no card that would do it. But I think it's still better this way. And let's see, now they can go with a pump, but they don't have anything. So we are back at 20, however we have way more cards than our opponent. This is extremely good draw. We have a long way to go, but to be absolutely honest, if we kill everything, it's probably enough. We can even go Smuggler Surprise just to hit lands, and honestly I think this is the play. Alright, that's it. So, our opponent will try to pump probably. You know, we are at 20, so they have to do something, otherwise it's... Yep, they need more. It's possible they have more, but it's fine. Now the creature is attacking, so they could go with this Ire, or whatever it's called, that gives +2/+2, so that was a little bit of risk. Oh, I appreciate it. I think we can go with this one. It's so silly, man. Alright, I think we will go with this one. Even though we have cards, as long as we keep hitting lands, that's good enough. We just want to start. 4 lands is actually amazing. I know it sounds weird, but it's actually good. Alright, so let's go up to 4 mana. We have black, we have green. We don't want to pain ourselves. Right now, I think we can just use Cottage as a blocker. We have natural 7 land, so I know we don't go for this cool plan of Smuggler Surprise, but as long as we turn by turn go to 7 mana, we will win this, because they're out of gas, and before they redraw, we will be having Tyrants on board. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed those crazy games. Don't ask me what happened here, I'm recording the outro for like the 5th time. So basically, Valgavoth absolutely surprised me. The card seems insane. I think I've actually never lost it because nobody could pay the word and hit removal at the same time. One of the things is that yeah, they will be able to sacrifice 3 non-land permanents at some point in the game. However, they still need to win the game. They sacrifice their whole board. It's like a sweeper that your opponent has to pay willingly. And with other creatures like Tyrant, you know, Overlord, or even just Smuggler Surprise, man, if you protect it, you actually force them to pay ward, and after they do it, then you make it indestructible. Man, I actually didn't think of this interaction, and it's so brutal. It's basically game over for 2 mana. So the deck seems very nice. Oh, and before I show you the score, I want to say huge thank you to our amazing patrons that allow craziness like this to happen. I really hope you guys are enjoying the channel. Thank you for your support. And yeah, Valgavoth seems to be absolutely performing so far. It's actually crazy because every time this is in the board, I think I won the game. Nobody has answers to this, and the fact that you are stealing the cards means that if it doesn't die instantly, if your opponent needs, you know, to draw something, before they draw it, the board will be so one-sided for you that you win anyway, even if they kill it in the end. So I'm so happy to see this kind of creature in Standard. The problem of our ramp, since the rotation was always, well, what's the new, you know, big drop, the crazy creature that we want to ramp into? Atrax has 4 colors, so it's a little bit different. Here we kinda get an easy splash and we get the full power. Of course, this is 9 mana, that's really heavy, so that's why we kinda have this ramp that doesn't go directly from 2 to 4 to 7, because it kinda doesn't make a difference for this deck. So that's why we have those Trailblazers, Overlords, and Smuggler Surprise just became the main thing that we use to cast our creatures. That's why we play 4 of. If we could, we would get like 7 or 8, because that's the main way we cast creatures. However, with the mill, you can always find something, you know, play the Trailblazer, play Tyrant, then play Overlord, start doing cards, flip Zendikar, and kinda get into this 10 mana, or sorry, 9 mana point. So I'm super happy with Valgavoth. To be absolutely honest, Reanimator version instead of a RAM version seems faster. However, this one has just this bulk green power of Tyrants, you know, protecting them with Smuggler Surprise. This is a big deal. It's 2 mana that protects all of your creatures, and it also gives indestructible, so if that's not an exile effect, they even survive a sweeper, and that's a really big deal. So yeah, I think this just has a lot of raw power. So guys, I kinda talked a lot. I think Valgavoth is absolutely amazing card, and the only problem is cost, but if you can get it into the board, it takes over the whole game. The ability to steal stuff from your opponent, they always lose something if this is in the board. They need to kill you, they cannot, you know, defend against this, so they are trying to go desperate mode, try to kill you, do something, and that means they are losing cards. So I mean, you are getting cards. You have seen it. Even taking like a Lone Reef or something kind of takes over the game. And especially this is 9 power with flying. That means your opponent, due to lifelink, cannot race you. And he will probably die in like 2 turns, because you probably dealt something during the whole game. And it's already 18 damage from double Valgavoth hit. So yeah, I really enjoyed this deck. We are playing more Valgavoth decks in the future, that's for sure. And I hope you guys enjoyed. So thank you, and see you guys tomorrow.